Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Nick Aldis could debut in WWE against a top SmackDown superstar as we head toward WrestleMania 41. This WWE in-ring debut could come against former WWE champion Drew McIntyre. This past Friday on SmackDown, McIntyre defeated Jimmy Uso and LA Knight to qualify for the Elimination Chamber match. He joins John Cena and his bitter rival CM Punk, who have already sealed their spot. If the Scottish Warrior wins, he could face the world champion Jey Uso doesn't choose for WrestleMania 41. However, if he doesn't, we could see McIntyre go crazy again. He could return to complaining and blaming people for his failures. This could see him create chaos for all SmackDown superstars. Nick Aldis, being a no-nonsense general manager, could get in his way to try and stop him. As a result, McIntyre could attack the national treasure to write him off TV. This could start the feud between Nick Aldis and Drew McIntyre. As we go towards WrestleMania 41, the rivalry could get so bitter that it could force the SmackDown GM to come out of his in-ring retirement. This feud could lead to a match between both superstars at the Showcase of the Immortals. Every WWE fan knows Nick Aldis as the general manager of SmackDown. However, few know that he was one of the biggest wrestlers on the independent circuit. He transitioned into an on-screen executive role due to a major bicep injury. However, in an interview with Chris Van Vliet, he claimed he would love to make an in-ring return. He also made it clear that it would happen if WWE wanted it, and that he would not try and force it on the creative teams. A rivalry with Drew McIntyre could be a great way to return to the ring for the former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. The WWE Universe may soon witness something many never expected. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis lacing up his boots for an official WWE in-ring debut. Since arriving in WWE as the authoritative figure for the Blue brand, Aldis has played his role with precision, laying down the law, managing the roster, and maintaining control in the chaos of SmackDown. However, recent events suggest that his patience is wearing thin with certain superstars, and tensions are reaching a boiling point. But could this actually lead to Nick Aldis stepping back inside the squared circle for an official WWE match, possibly even at WrestleMania 41, and which SmackDown star might push him over the edge? Let's break down the potential feud, the build-up, and what an in-ring return could mean for the former NWA World Champion. For those who may not be familiar with Nick Aldis' decorated career outside of WWE, the British wrestling star has an incredible resume. Two-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, carrying the title for a combined 1,300-plus days. One of the longest reigning world champions in modern wrestling history. Fierce competitor with victories over names like Cody Rhodes, Marty Scurll, and Tim Storm. Highly respected for his technical wrestling, charisma, and leadership in the business. Aldis' arrival in WWE as SmackDown General Manager was a major statement, as many expected him to be a competitor rather than an authority figure. However, that hasn't stopped speculation that WWE may eventually allow Aldis to step back into the ring. Now, with SmackDown superstars constantly testing his patience, it may only be a matter of time before he has no choice but to fight back. If Aldis is truly gearing up for a WWE in-ring debut, then one question looms large: who will be his opponent? Here are the top candidates who could push Aldis into action and set up a high-profile WrestleMania 41 feud. LA Knight is one of the most rebellious superstars in WWE today, and it's no secret that he's had his fair share of conflicts with authority. Aldis has already had tense interactions with Knight on SmackDown. The megastar thrives on mocking authority figures. Would he go too far and provoke Aldis? If Knight crosses the line, Aldis may feel forced to retaliate. Imagine Aldis versus LA Knight at WrestleMania 41. The megastar versus the national treasure. Solo Sikoa has been a menace on SmackDown, frequently attacking superstars without warning and doing the Bloodline's dirty work. What if Solo disrespects Aldis one too many times or even physically attacks him? If the Bloodline tries to undermine his authority, Aldis could retaliate by stepping into the ring himself. A match between Solo and Aldis could be a brutal, hard-hitting affair. Could Aldis be the first authority figure to truly stand up to the bloodline in the ring? AJ Styles has been growing increasingly frustrated with how SmackDown has treated him, especially after his recent feuds. If Styles gets screwed out of another opportunity, could he snap and blame Aldis? Aldis could try to discipline Styles, leading to a personal feud that turns physical. A first-time ever Styles vs. Aldis match at WrestleMania 41 could be an instant classic. Would WWE actually pit two veterans against each other for a dream match? Logan Paul has been one of the most arrogant superstars in WWE, and his disrespect for authority could make him Aldis' biggest enemy. Paul could publicly humiliate Aldis, mocking him for being a GM rather than a wrestler. What if Paul slaps Aldis on SmackDown, thinking there'd be no consequences? Aldis could step up, leading to Logan Paul versus Nick Aldis for the U.S. Championship at WrestleMania 41. Aldis returning to in-ring action to teach Logan Paul a lesson? Now that would be a moment. If WWE is planning to have Aldis wrestle at WrestleMania 41, the build-up needs to be perfect. Here's how it could happen. For months, Aldis has tried to keep things professional as GM, but his patience could run out. A major attack or an act of extreme disrespect would trigger Aldis. He could still try to maintain his composure at first, but the aggressor keeps pushing him. After weeks of verbal attacks, physical intimidation, or manipulation, Aldis has enough. He grabs the mic on SmackDown and issues his first ever WWE challenge. The crowd erupts as Aldis announces his official return to in-ring competition. With the stakes high and emotions running wild, WWE books the match. The build-up would see Aldis trading promos and possibly getting physical. Aldis enters WrestleMania 41 for his first WWE match ever. The national treasure finally fights in WWE on the grandest stage of them all. If Aldis wrestles at WrestleMania 41, it could have major implications for both WWE and his career. Proves he's not just an authority figure. Aldis reminds everyone he's still a world-class competitor. Increases SmackDown's excitement. A GM who can fight makes for must-see television. Opens the door for future matches. If he wins, could Aldis become a part-time WWE superstar? With WrestleMania just months away, could this finally be the moment Nick Aldis gets the WWE match he deserves? While Aldis has played his role as SmackDown GM to perfection, the idea of him stepping back into the ring is too exciting to ignore. Aldis versus LA Knight? A war of words turned personal. Aldis versus Solo Sikoa? A battle against the bloodline. Aldis versus Logan Paul, a wrestling purist shutting down a social media star. No matter who the opponent is, Nick Aldis wrestling at WrestleMania 41 would be a massive moment. The only question now is who will push Aldis over the edge.